Good morning, fellow glass and art enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. It's, well, usually known as Celine Driver on YouTube, but today I am just Dane Basch. See, Basch. Ignore the missing H. That was removed from the building because of Hurricane Milton. It was the only damage to the Richard and Barbara Basch Visual Arts Center. Richard and Barbara Basch are my parents. My father is no longer with us, but he is with me in spirit always. I come to you today at the Richard and Barbara Basch Visual Arts Center to video a demonstration blow by Richard Royal, glass artist maestro. My parents own many of his pieces. I actually own one of his pieces as well. And today, January 11th, 2025, he is going to grace us with a demonstration in the Hot Shop, which is located in the smaller of the two buildings. The bigger building here, as you can see, 3-story high building, is full of studios and classrooms and workshops. The main attraction in the smaller building is the Hot Shop, fully functioning glass art hot shop here on the Ringling campus. As we walk through the walkway here, the breezeway, you can see through these windows, there's Richard Royal right there at the furnace. And we have a fully functional hot shop, annealing ovens, furnace, 2 furnaces, well, 1 furnace, sorry, glory holes, 1 and 2 over there, and all the equipment needed to create glass art. So I'm going to shut the intro off, and I'll pick you up when Richie Royal begins the magic. Okay, we're about to get started here. Yeah. Richie Royal is here. We got Noah. Hi, Noah. And I don't know who those other 2 are. I know the guy in the gray shirt is an artist, the glass artist from St. Petersburg. He's going to be gaffing for Richie. And Richard Royal is the older gentleman in the shorts and the blue shirt. Right now he's about to do the first gathering from the furnace. Now, he talked to me earlier today, a little earlier, and he said this is a piece that he's only done 2 of before. He doesn't have a name for the piece yet, but it's something that he has recently come up with. And I saw the end result of one of the pieces that he's already done, and it's very interesting looking. And you see there's another gathering being done by the other gentleman. You'll see the artists going back and forth between the table or the bench here, and they have a blowtorch lit that also spot heats the glass. But they'll be going back and forth between these workstations here and the what they call glory holes here and maybe there to reheat the glass and get it back up to workable temperature.
You guys got a little brush.
Yeah.
You can see how the glass is cooled. Watch out for that torch. It's pointing right at me. I don't want to end up at Sarasota Memorial.
I think they're all like, there's a whole bunch of reds that are like upper 160s and 170s, you know. They always do some like formal red, like 160 or something like that. They're all like
People are drawn to fire.
you know, they're all like right.
People are drawn to fire, like moths.
They trickle in slowly, you know. Hey, real quick, what's your name? And you're from St. Pete, right?
That's right. My name's Tim Saluna. I'm the studio manager at the Morian Art Center's glass studio and a glass artist myself as well. I just wanted to come out and help Rich Royal with his piece today.
What we call a gaffa.
That's right.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Want to make sure I get everybody in there.
Clear glass, and Dan is prepping a bar of colored glass.
And that's
It's,
Dan over there.
bright red color. Even though it doesn't look it right now, so he's getting that really nice and hot. And what we're going to do is we're going to place it on the tip of the bubble, and then kind of spread that glass like cream cheese on a bagel all the way down around the bubble, and that's going to create an overlay so that that bubble will have a red color.
Hi. How's everybody doing this morning? Good. Beautiful day. Just right temperature for glass blowing. Have you guys come and kind of rotate, take a gather, bring it, do things like that. No, not gonna
You
do
all
that.
signed your waivers, right?
Front row is the splash zone.
Did I need to sign a
Sometimes
waiver?
glass blowing is watching paint dry, kind of the same sort of thing. There's time in between, especially when you're getting started.
So as glass gets hotter, it moves a little more fluidly. And right now we want the red to be really hot so that it will move fluidly and flow around the bubble. But we don't want the bubble to be hot though, because if it's too hot, when we press that glass on, it's going to collapse the bubble. So we're kind of letting this bubble cool off a little bit while Dan's getting the color nice and hot, so that we have a nice match for what we're trying to do. Glass blowers are always thinking about the heat that's in the piece, where the heat's going, where it's not going, how to get the heat where we want it. So,
Got to think a few steps ahead.
yeah.
Maybe I missed it, but what is he making? What is the piece?
So I don't know. I'm Richard Royal, for those who don't know who I am. And I've been doing this for a long time. And we're going to make something that I've only done a couple times. So this is brand new. So if it doesn't work, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
And the piece doesn't have a name yet.
You know. So this is unlike any work that I've. I mean, yeah, it's different from anything. If you're familiar with my work at all, it doesn't look like anything that you've seen in my webpage or in galleries. It's a little hard to explain, but I'll try to do that as we work. It's easier to kind of use the visual that we have to help us work our way through it.
And Dan, real quick,
Yep.
tell me where you're from.
I'm Dan Alexander. I live in St. Petersburg, Florida. So I'm here showing with Habitat, also with Rich over here. So helping out with the demo, local guy. So it's good to be part of the team and helping out in the shop.
So different from where he is.
Same city.
Yeah, same city, but different shops.
We work together a lot, though. Yeah. We work at the same studio, and I'm also building my own shop in St. Pete as well.
Oh, congratulations!
Roller one.
Just wanted to get that in the video.
Yeah, I'm building my own private studio in St. Petersburg, but there's a few shops there, and all of us know each other and tend to work together and overlap quite a bit.
I should be hopefully come to visit.
Yeah. Well, when you're barbering, the tables go with you.
So there. Yeah, locked down. Okay. Yeah, I just replaced those casters last year, so they're very fluid.
Yeah, you can put the burr bars and those little rubber wheels down there. Only in that way.
When rolling the glass on the marble, we're kind of pressing it, and that helps keep the glass centric to the pipe.
I was trying to figure out how it's all going to work, but
I think we put one like here last year or something like that.
using a whole lot more.
Okay. Just nice.
And Noah, you're the manager of the hot shop here in Sarasota.
Yeah, so my name is Noah Coleman. I'm the studio manager here at the hot shop in the Basch Visual Arts Center, and been here for about 7 years now.
Yes, you have.
Yeah. Since it opened.
Yep. And doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
The fam is happy.
Good. That's really important. The pipe, they're, I don't know, what's a pipe weigh? 5 or 6 pounds, something like that.
A little more than yes, yeah, not so good.
No more than 10 pounds. Yeah, it's not super heavy. However, so when we got the glass, that all that weight was on one end. And so if you're hand positioning is really important. Most glass blowers have very different. But also if you're holding it like I tell my students a lightsaber hold, right? If you're holding it way at the end, you've got this weight way at the other end, and it's very unstable and very hard to hold. So you notice as we're carrying around what nice wide hands. And periodically we may cool the pipe off. As we're heating the glass, that heat does travel on the pipe and makes it uncomfortable to hold. So periodically we'll use kind of a trough of water in the center of the studio. Pull that pipe off so that we can have good ergonomics as we're
And if you're wondering why I'm standing so far back, it's so I don't get in anybody's way. Because as this goes on, these two and Richie have to move quickly from point to point.
inside is still pretty hot.
And they don't want to run over some amateur who's got nothing to do with the process.
That level of expand just a little bit and keep it above the collapsing also.
And Richie brought his own colors
So
with
for
him.
those of you who are unfamiliar with what just happened here, or haven't seen glass blowing before, that dark color is actually this color. So the heat is creating that discoloration at this point. But I've taken a piece like this and laid it over the top of it, clear above it. And now I'll take some gathers of glass over the top of it and get it to the scale that I want. Right? The reason you want to have clear on both sides is a compatibility issue. It's like glaze on ceramics when it crazes. That's a bad thing for glass blowing. It's great for ceramics. You rub ink in it, it's beautiful. Very Japanese, very Chinese. So all the colors that we use are like this. The thing you have, this is transparent blue. You can't tell it. That's how dense it is. You can't see through it. You can tap it on the floor, and then you can see. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See how blue it is? It's dark cobalt blue. This is one of the colors we'll use. This is a very dense chartreuse. And this, of course, is an opaque red. So the opaques look, all the transparent colors kind of look like this. So when we talk about our color, we talk about numbers. Because you have 20, 30 different blues, right? And you can't just say, go get me a blue. You go get me a number 41. That's what this is, right? Or this is a C94. So this is, I don't know what this is. This could be like a Cougar 123, 125, something like that. But there's a ton of reds, there's a ton of different kinds of greens, there's a ton of blues, there's all these different colors. So we talk about our colors in numbers. Because when you have 300 colors and they all have a number, that's how many different colors you have in reality. So I don't know if you guys want to just, it's super dense. Yeah, just
Unlike paint or anything like that, glass color doesn't mix. So if we were to take that color and mix it with another color, what you get is just swirling of the two colors. They would never kind of fully mix. And you take like a red and a yellow and get an orange, which is one of the reasons why we have all those different colors. Because unlike a painter with a palette, who can work with just a few colors and mix it, we have to work with the exact color that we want for a given piece. Yeah, so there's several companies that make kind of glass color. Glass color is just glass that's had different metal oxides added to it to give it a specific color. So it's very similar to
The bubble's gotten bigger. He went to a gathering,
so like the cobalt blue is
gathered more clear glass.
color, it's because that metal oxide that is in there to make
Now he's shaping it with a paddle in water.
Well, they have they're different places.
Water acts as a coolant and a
So they have a
lubricant.
catalog of printers that say, see what was this exact color. There might be some places that
I'm joking.
developing colors is really
Yeah, I know.
and coffee.
Another day there.
And there are some glass artists that make their own colors and stuff like that as well, because there's they kind of work with the chemistry of that and stuff like that.
that's fine.
Oh, okay. We'll do it.
So when we want to have a larger piece, there are kind of two ways to do that. One is to blow the bubble bigger, but as you're blowing it bigger, it's also getting thinner, and that creates some so the other thing we'll do is we'll add more glass. So every time we dip and gather that glass.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, boy, did I talk fast.
What's that?
I talked so fast.
Yeah?
I did there. I had just had a half hour.
Everybody's here now.
Not pretty much.
Yay.
I'm following Barbara. One in charge. She's like, I don't want that responsibility.
Now we got a crowd. So we have a bubble. We have a bubble inside clear.
There is a bubble in there.
You can see the different layers. I hope the camera's picking that up. It should be. So now you have a bubble inside a bubble. or gathering.
Every time we gather glass, it almost doubles the weight of the glass that's on the pipe.
Just for the knowledge, how hot is the furnace?
About 2,100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Oh, really?
exactly. So that's one of the reasons why having nice wide stands is helpful.
So now you've got a bubble and a bubble and a bubble.
Hold it closer to the waist than the other. And that's another reason why glass blowers work in teams, so that we can, sometimes, we'll switch off who's kind of handling weight to distribute that a little bit. And in some cases, if it's really, really big, so it'll be like multiple people
Oh, I have no
helping
doubt.
turn.
Yeah, she's a pro.
What color will it be when it dries?
I'm sorry. I got distracted by
When
the
it
smoke.
dries.
By the smoke?
So what was the question?
What color will it be when it dries?
What color exists inside?
No.
When it dries?
Yeah, be the wise ass.
What's the black state?
Yeah, what's
What's the black state?
By the way, the wise guy is Martin Blank, another glass blowing maestro.
glass hole we often call each other?
Glass hole, yeah. But another maestro and another artist that we collect from. Although I don't have any Martin Blanks left. I haven't stolen them.
Yeah, so well, we can come to Seattle. Just come and hang out. Dinner. It's too far.
Do you know how hard it is to steal one of your pieces? Because you didn't do. You can't sneak out of the house with them.
Richie, is that the base for the growl, or is that the
Yeah, this is the base.
Gotcha.
You can see how hot that is.
That color. Oh, is it red, really?
Is that what's that material there?
This is newspaper or newsprint.
So it burned the crap out of
Many,
that.
many layers folded together and then
Wet.
wet. And that's about as close as we can get to actually touching the glass.
Burned the crap out of it, didn't it?
Have you made the cup yet, Rich? Or are you gonna? Or is the cup already made?
I'm trying to remember when I did that.
You must be over 40.
Shall we get him some Prevagen?
Say again.
Get him some Prevagen.
We're letting this set up for another overlay, right?
We're going to do overlay on another bubble.
So now Dan has grabbed the chartreuse rod and has put it onto another pipe. Is that the chartreuse? Did Dan grab the chartreuse?
Yes.
Okay.
He's got the chartreuse ready.
Or green if you prefer. You know. And I don't know exactly when that's going to go onto that, but
Do we need to get the collar ready for that other overlay?
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
and how hot is the glory hole?
Richie, how many years you been blowing?
It's about the same as the furnace.
So about
Say
2100.
again? Quartz, yeah.
So both the glory hole and the gathering furnace are at about 2200 degrees Fahrenheit. For anyone who's watching in the old world or whatever does Celsius, you can convert on your own. I can do that for you. Oh, sure. You going to jump in and help him?
I'm always here.
By the way, good talk last night. Now look at that. Martin Blank and Richie Royal collaborated, kind of.
Thank you, Marty.
We didn't think we'd see a Martin Blank Richie Royal collab today.
It's not a collab. I'm just. Yeah.
I kid.
Are you on streaming?
No,
Video.
video. I'll put it up on my channel. He says he wants to send it to his publicist.
Nice.
Well, I got permission. I even got permission to move around.
I just can't help myself when I know that someone's burning or there's smoke going on. It's like, you gotta jump in. Oh yeah. Of course you can make it, but or do it by yourself, but it's not fun. It's awful breathing smoke and burning.
Oh, I understand. So another gathering.
So he's probably making, I think it's called a collar. He's about to blow an air bubble through it. He's probably gonna drop color on that. So the bubble's gonna melt. Now he has a hole through it. Because that bubble is so thin. And now he's gonna shape that so that chunk of color can drop down.
Yeah,
But
so he's prepping another pipe for that chartreuse that Dan's working on over there.
Yeah.
So eventually, those two are going to meet up. Might happen. Sorry about the air compressor.
Go ahead and pick up that next color.
Okay.
Nice temperature on that drop.
A little cool. It was. I mean, it was perfect. It was perfect.
Look good to us.
It's like the Julia Child said, you know, if the recipe didn't turn out the way that you intended, don't tell your guests until after they've eaten.
So now Dan's moving on to another color.
Yes. So this is going to be two colors directly. So this is two colors directly on top.
So he's already used the red.
For this next one, the two colors that we've got are going to be directly on top of each other. So we're doing so we did a color drop, and then we're going to do another color drop on top of it. Yeah.
Richie, I put the red back over here. The red, I put it down there.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Dan, which color are you working now?
I believe this is the chartreuse. So this,
Again?
that is the teal.
Oh, that was teal. Okay, I thought that was chartreuse.
Yeah, that was the teal. This is the chartreuse.
My bad.
So this one's going over that one.
Okay. So I was wrong. That's teal that he attached just a minute ago. And now we're going to put the chartreuse on top of the teal.
Correct. And I believe all of this is going over what Tim has here.
And meanwhile, Tim is keeping that thing alive and kicking.
Exactly. Just babysitting right now.
Yeah. Because you don't want that to get too cool or it cracks.
Exactly.
And then,
We don't want it so hot and cheap.
yeah, you know, we're a half hour in, and if that thing breaks, we have to start all over. There's a lot of moving parts.
Anybody tell me what number it is?
You said aquamarine?
Some aquamarine.
When you're putting a starter on what's in here, it's really easy to see what's going on. You're going,
It may not look aquamarine now, but it will.
really going by feel and just watching the outside surface of the plastic to tell how the bubble is.
So I've introduced a small bubble inside this blue.
And believe it or not, that chartreuse, oh, it looks like coffee. That's what heat does.
Yeah. It's always interesting how it changes.
And that's red in there somewhere,
Yeah, this is red. Nice red.
which is what I just showed them a minute ago, that red rod.
So I'm waiting for Dan Alexander over here, who's ready to come down from St. Petersburg to help out today. And, he's heating up, Z94. And we're going to look over that. Morning! Z94 is really dense, opaque, chartreuse. Beautiful. You can't find this, probably anymore, so I
Everybody's job is just as important. He's just hanging out.
I'm serious. I buy it. What is it? It's a silver blue.
About ready whenever you want.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Want me to walk around the front over there again like
Yeah,
we did
let's
last
do it so they can watch me drop it.
Yeah, I'll do it the way
If I
we
make a
did last
mistake,
time.
then we call.
Alright, ready?
Yeah. I will follow Richie Royal. It doesn't need pieces of rock. So it doesn't look yellow or blue or whatever color it is right now. It's orange. Most glass looks like that. Woo! Good shot, man.
Chartreuse is set. Or stiffer.
What's that?
So the chartreuse is stiffer than I expected when I picked it up.
Yeah, it was gonna say this chartreuse is like when we started eating it's like a honey-covered block. Because the inside doesn't want to melt, the outside just gets liquid and water. So the more unruly, the more I like it too.
Yeah. I'm like, great windows.
So I taught a class at Bill Truck this summer, and I think this is one for everybody who wants to learn how to build glass and stuff. But the name of the class was Mistakes Will Be Made. And it was all about people pushing that envelope and choosing to do things outside your comfort zone. And you can apply that to any aspect of your life, but to glass blowing, it's particularly fun.
There's a lot of this back and forth between the table and the workstation and the glory hole to table to workstation to glory hole. Meanwhile, Tim over there is keeping the big piece in shape. Well, Tim knows what he's doing. He's keeping that thing, hasn't changed shape at all.
Well, I've never blown glass before, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so.
Yeah, they have a summer, or, you know, I don't know if it's summer only, but they do have like a 1 week, you know, people like me can come in and learn and make a cup.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
we do workshops like that in the Morgan Art Center.
I'm waiting for them to start it back up again so I can take a class.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can do it.
I mean, my name's on the building. You'd think I would at least learn some of this stuff, right?
Right, exactly. That's the point of higher education.
Maybe I have
As
to.
long as you want in life.
Maybe I have to go to St. Pete.
Well, if you choose to, we'll take it here there as well.
Okay. Oh, and this is going to get bigger.
That's right. This is just the beginning right here.
This is the baby. It's going to get a lot bigger.
Yeah, that bubble is going to get glass added to it, and then that glass is going to get added to this bubble, and we're probably going to add more glass still. So it'll be a good show.
All right. Are you adding any more colors?
This is it.
So we're with red, teal, chartreuse,
Yes.
and clear. Which is clear considered a color? I don't know. He brought his own
This is
colors
the
all the
color.
way from
This is
Seattle.
the difference in the hot color and when it's cold. And it will read pretty much exactly like this when it's done as well. But it has a lot of oxides in it to give it its color. But all the glass is colored by oxides of one kind or another. Copper oxides, cobalt oxides, iron oxides, whatever, nickel, all sorts of other stuff. It's glazed chemistry is what it is. And this is very dense, so it has the ability, that turquoise is very stiff, this is very liquid. I'm hoping that the chartreuse will actually penetrate the glue and expose itself through it because it has such a different physical quality. But I don't know if it'll do it. Yeah, they'll come out looking like oil spots.
Yeah. I was just going to ask you if it reacts to it or something like that, but yeah, that makes sense.
So that's I've done a lot over the years, and I've been I use a lot of colors together. A lot of my color study was all about those kind of reactions, not only the colors, but I'm working with the physical properties, which is different. I don't know if it's like that with painting. Like do different paints act differently on canvas? I don't know. But they certainly do. The colors certainly, I mean, that cobalt blue is super soft, and if you combined it with like the red, the blue would blow out all the time, and the red would just sit there. You know, like a lump on a wall.
It's also crazy how the temperature tutorial has the soft and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you don't realize the delicacy of the physical of how the different colors like what you're saying. It's a whole lot. You don't see that.
It's just
These are small ones.
that would be fine. Yeah.
Another gathering.
So when I'm teaching classes to people, and when I'm doing stuff like this is really remedial class flow stuff. But I'm being very careful with my color applications, with the gathers I take, how I apply the color, the clear over the top of the color. All this stuff makes my job really easy when it comes to finishing the piece later on. It may not seem like a big deal at this point, but I make sure that I take full gathers, full complete rotations in there. You usually have to take 2 rotations to get so you don't get a V-neck sweater right here on the moil. Make sure my color's down over the top of the pipe. It's called pulling up your socks. Very technical stuff.
Hey, do you know what's going to happen to this piece when it's done?
I don't actually. So once we finish, we'll put it in the annealer, and it'll be there for a couple of days, cooling down to room temperature. But I don't know what the final plans are for this piece are yet.
Maybe I go back to Seattle for Cold War.
Potentially, yeah.
So the Ringling and the Basch Center don't own the piece.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it goes back to the physical nature of the color.
Because somebody's
like a bright red or a bright yellow.
It'll definitely have to be cold worked. Sometimes that happens. Depends on what Richard wants.
So clear
But that could happen here potentially, or we've done a bunch of different stuff over the years.
Yeah.
Yep. No one.
So Richard's putting in what's called a jack line. This is so the jacks are that kind of tweezery looking tool that he's got there. That jack line is a constriction in the bubble, and that's going to allow us to break the bubble off at that speed. So by controlling the heat, he's able to control where the bubble is going to expand. He doesn't want the jack line to expand out, so he just constricted it down, so he's cooling it off there a little bit.
So are we about to?
The pipes are made out of stainless steel, which doesn't conduct particularly well. It'll get hot and uncomfortable, especially the longer we work. But we do have a pipe cooler, which is basically a running little fountain of water. We can put the pipe in, cool it off, so that we can cool it more comfortable.
Are we about to join the two pieces?
Say again?
Are we about to join those two pieces?
I think so. Yeah, we're getting prepped for it.
So we refer to this as the mother bubble, and it's nice and stiff, right? And so we're going to take this piece and just heat the bottom half of it. I'm going to attach it to the end here, and then we'll heat the whole thing. So I want this nice and stiff, and I want that hot, right? So that's why we let this get so cold.
Cold being a relative term.
Yes.
You ain't gonna
Cold,
touch that.
cold for glass is like 1,500 degrees.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't gonna touch that.
No plastic. Good. So you can bring this around, okay? Just keep turning it.
Yep.
Stop it. Over.
Nice shot.
There we go.
That
And
level, you kind of down a little bit.
Okay.
There you go. See, go ahead, hit it.
yeah, always a big moment. Professionally executed.
The blind screw up winds it up once in a while, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I do need paddle protection. Almost start warming it up.
Got crazy bottom movement here.
Just make sure you keep the pipe level. You're kind of pulling down. There you go. When you're carrying over, go first and third, in and out. Stay there.
Coming over.
These are overlay jacks. Go. Go. So you don't have to paddle when I'm using these. But when I go to these, you will. Okay? Yeah, let's go. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Yeah, good job. Watch my left hand. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
I'd say so.
Very
Yeah.
cool thing. So if you saw my slideshow, you saw a lot of diamond cut pieces. This is how all the blanks that I cut up were made. It's exactly the same thing, but we're not going to take this off this pipe. It just stays on the pipe for the finished piece. And it will just sit on the opening as a base.
What'd you call that move, Rich? You mean peel it over?
What's that?
What'd you call that one? Peel the banana or what? What's the name for that one?
Well, a lot of times we call it a granny hat. You know, by the time we get done with this. But I got it on center, which is
Oh, you did really good. Oh, nice.
Fall underneath.
get underneath here now. Yeah. Oh, that hurts. So what I'm trying to do is I'm laying this over very slowly so I don't trap any bubbles in between the mother bubble and the overlay bubble. Can't hear you, Howard. Yeah? So that's why I have to think about what I'm doing with my color applications, because I want my outside color to go on the pipe first, which is counterintuitive in glass blowing in general, because people want the outside color to be last, right? So that's just how it is. I write all this stuff down. I have notepads just full of all the colors I've ever done. I have photographs of everything. I keep catalogs on all this stuff.
Very good. Ready?
Because you can't keep it all up here. It's too distracting. And even at that, I still can't. I don't even write them down right. And then I'm going like, well, what am I thinking here? This wasn't really done.
Richie,
Yes.
tell us about those jacks and why they're the front trophies and why they're so special. One tool would probably be from Seattle.
Well, because the blades are most these Parchofis, the Italian jacks would just be a wood peg that kind of mimics the blades on jacks that we use to put necks and stuff like that in. Whereas these have a little flat blade. The Swedish ones are like this wide, and they actually look kind of like a spoon, right? They're two spoons. And they do it from the side. They start on the side, and they'll push that bubble back side to side, where I'm just waiting on the top, but I'm not good enough. No, it's actually not true.
But I love it. That's
No, they work with that really soft, like lead crystal, and the stuff stays hot forever. And they just push that stuff back. It looks like nothing.
Yeah, ready to come back up.
It's a one tool coming from Seattle. Second tool.
You guys all right?
Look great.
This is what we live for.
It's mid 60s and you guys are sweating. That'll give you an idea.
Be in the mid 90s. We sweat way more then.
But it'll give you an idea of how hot it is in here and how hard it is to work this. Because that piece right now has got to weigh a good 10, 15 pounds, even in a small state like that. And we're not done gathering, and we're not done yet. So
That's right. It's going to get bigger and bigger.
this piece could conceivably weigh about 20, 25 pounds when it's done.
All that weight is on the end of a stick, not in your hand, so it feels even heavier because of that leverage.
And that's why glass blowers have big arms. This is not kid stuff, my friends.
Don't try this at home.
If you can get your home oven this hot,
Then you've got something going. You might as well try it at that point.
make a good pizza oven too. I suspect you probably cook a pizza in there in about 10 seconds.
The issue is the cheese will be burnt before the crust is cooked.
Just to give them some, a good pizza oven is what, 700, 800 degrees?
Maybe only 500, 550, yeah.
So 500, 550, this is 4 times that heat,
Exactly.
just to give everyone some perspective. And like I said, you notice he keeps going from table to workstation to glory hole. Table, workstation, glory hole. And we don't know what that was, but
So that was a loud pop as glass clears off the pipes that we've used. It gets cold in there and then pops off the end of the metal.
And that, my friends, is why you need an annealing oven, because if you let that thing come to room temperature too fast, it explodes. I actually witnessed that at a demo. There was a piece of scrap sitting on the ground, and about 20 minutes after it hit the ground, it literally went boom and flew up in the air.
Yeah.
And everyone in the front row got a fright.
Makes the demos extra exciting, you know.
Especially with the second degree burn. You can see the colors coming out a little bit now. You can feel the heat off this thing from here. I'm about, what, 3-4 feet away. I don't want to get any closer.
Let's start running some bits. Let's see if that can happen. So I'll run it back. The one that we can. Got a lot of heat here, so we can work with it.
Just drop them on.
On until I think we can start.
How much?
Just be good, as much as we can gather on that little stick would be good.
Hey, Rich, can we see that? Oh, is he bringing it now?
What's that?
Oh, I just wanted to see the color. Is he bringing you glass right now?
We're starting to, you can come look. So what I've done is I've manipulated the outside color in such a way. Let's bring it down there. Bring it down.
How's your thumb doing on that?
Straight up and down.
Alright, now he's dropping little pieces of clear glass. This clear? Is that clear?
Yeah, so the clear seals. He'll
So
tell
I've
you.
manipulated
Well,
this
he
outside
showed me.
color
He
so
showed
you
me
can see how it's a little
another
darker
piece he
right
did like
here.
this in
That's actually
progress,
red coming
and
through.
I
That's
likened
what I
the
wanted.
little round things to like little eggs inside.
But what they're doing, he'll explain it in a minute. Oh, good save! What he's doing is he's creating a layer of clear so that the exposed overlay will react, and the clear prevents it from reacting. So it stays a certain color under the clear.
Right.
So the exposed will do something completely.
Look at that Senbit sizzle.
Start running bits as well. Yeah.
Cook a steak on that thing. Be done in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're gonna
I wonder how much Richie Royal scraps are worth.
do thousands.
Yeah, I know. Shit.
All right.
That's why I said last night, you have a garage full of junk, you said?
No, not junk.
Sell it.
Yeah, oh no. No, it's not junk. It's all my inventory.
I know, I was kidding. Because you're good at what you do too. Have you ever done a demo here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I videoed.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
You gotta do another one. Please. And Martin Blight just jumps in. And Marty, you're not dressed for this.
Where's Demetra? You over there? You want to run some bits with us? Demetra, you said you would. Do you? Come on. Get over here. You got to cover this whole thing with these dogs.
Hundreds. Come on.
Just be careful. We got people from Habitat Gallery tour are jumping in to run dips. We got Martin Blank turning the pipe. We got Richie Royal attaching dips. And we got people from Habitat running the pipes. Hey, Aaron. Grab a pipe. I thought so. I got Martin Blank and Richie Royal working together at the Basch Visual Arts Center. I'm in heaven, man. I'm loving it.
Wait a little bit before you get up again.
Try to do it in one dip. Go in and wind as much as you can on there. Go ahead, go ahead.
Do you guys understand what he's doing to clear over the color? What's going to happen?
It's like clear coating a car. Good job.
Football on the head, so thank you for that.
You're done good. You're done good. Man, I hope this comes out as good as I think it will.
Oh, it looks like chalcedony. I didn't hear what they were.
It's teal, chartreuse, and there's red.
Oh, okay.
He's got a baggie right there next to him with the colors. Hey, Richie, do you expect your team to get this big?
I was kind of planning on it.
Huh?
I was kind of planning on it.
No, I don't blame you.
I didn't tell anybody. Scoon, you should be in here. Scoon. Tom. Never mind.
Come on, it's coming. I don't want to gather a bit.
There you go, Tom. You can do this. Let's go.
Yeah, it's in their pants. So this is another one. A lot of this already stuff.
I thought I did so well. I wanted to quit while I was ahead before I ruined it.
Well, you could do it.
Okay,
You
okay.
said you would.
Watch your hands. Do one.
You got 25 more to put on.
I do one, but I'm busy.
You can just try to gather more on the tip of the pipe.
Okay.
The whole thing.
Yep.
You don't have to wind it as hard.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take it as soon as it comes out. Go ahead and get it over there, just put it in the burner.
I'm actually counting.
Your crew just tripled.
What's that?
Your crew tripled.
Yeah, that's great.
Straight up and down, straight up and down. There you go.
There's a little piece on the ground. It's about 2,000 degrees.
Come on, you're good, you're good. You're gonna write your name on this one, straight up and down, straight up and down, straight up and down.
Did it reheat? Yep, take it a flash.
That's all right, no worries. They come here, they take their own vacation. Yeah, you're good. Come on. Quick, let's get this rolling. Get drilled. Yeah, let's make this Six. One more. I mean, I assume you do the last one. I did. All right. We're going to put, let's first, this is quad, but honestly, I'm sure hold out the flashing. I got it. God, my fingertips are long. Oh. How are you? What? Still doing coffee? Still doing coffee? Okay.
One thing you guys don't realize is that I'm sure I'm going too far in the world.
Came here really long. All right. We are ready to go. Straight up and down.
getting close, getting close.
Move right there. Shut the paddle.
I want you to come in like a punny. Just like a punny. Right? Head right here. Keep it turning. Turn it over. Good job.
Watch your foot.
Flash. Here comes Noah. We're going to flash now, Dan.
Even with that welding glove on, it's getting hot.
Somebody help me. Somebody help me. That's mine, Ron. Bring it over. Bring it over. There we go. Ah, you'll be fine. It'll be a filler spot.
It makes it hard, man. So think about this. When I'm flashing, we're going to put 4 bits on to keep the hip to bed as fast as possible. Now, if you line up on each other, as soon as your buddy's walking over to get the piece, you gather it.
Richie, you okay?
I'm just here. No water for me. I'm just here. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, wait. Level. There you go. Okay, come right over to me, sir. All right. Bring up and down. Bring up and down. There you go. Down. Beautiful.
Nice timing, Tom.
Good job.
Very good, very good. Tony Goriel. Okay, now come over.
Come on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Go. Oh, what happened there?
I'm just gonna try.
We got one more.
Still find some space.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. It's a double whammy. You get the connection to that. We'll see what happens.
I think he's running out of room.
Can't hear you. Yeah. Off. Open. All right, that's what it is.
Okay, straight up down, straight up down.
Nice, Tom. That was beautiful. Perfect one. One more. Good timing, you guys.
You're a little bit stiff there.
Sorry.
Noah. You can tell it's you without even looking.
Is that snatching good looks?
There's something about his aura.
Flashing? Yep. That was really good timing. We had the floor.
Yep.
Easy, easy. No stress and shoot. Comes up quick. Smell that leather on fire. Smell of it fine. Very good, John. If you can put 2 more on, it'd be great. Nice, Nolan. Last one, stop. Try to come in at an angle. Over. Shot, Rich. Nice move. Yeah, I'll probably take the rest of them like a bit. You want me to sit down on the bench? Maybe. Maybe. So far, I think I can do it. But a lot of times we have to put the mic down. Should be enough room.
What are these called, Rich?
I think he's calling them dots. Oh, he hasn't got a name for it yet.
Kind of a slight angle.
I think this is the last one.
Last one.
The last one, right? Uh-oh. Did the furnace go off?
I shut the door. It was on high fire from the door being open. Yeah, it was just the door being open. It was gathering.
Is that it?
That's it. Thank you very much.
Well, that's not it. That's not it, is it? No. it couldn't be.
Now we get it hot.
And who are you?
Demetra Theophanis, and
You're from Habitat?
I am represented by Habitat. I do flame working in Pat de Bear, but I used to blow glass with my partner Dean Benson, who I now create installation work with.
And you are,
I'm Thomas Schoon.
and you're with Habitat as well?
Yes, we are. Yes, I am. So I used to blow glass. I make glass and stone sculpture right now.
Oh, okay.
Abstract figurative pieces.
Okay.
But I do know how to turn a pipe.
That was obvious, yes. Okay. Just checking. Part of the video. So, so Marty, when was the last time you were a gaffer? Oh, here we go. Unbelievable.
So this is the remnant when I did the diamond cut pieces, these pieces here, all of these have.
How you doing, Martin?
Outstanding.
What was the last time you were a gaffer?
Well, I haven't turned pole for Richie and like I used to turn pole for him with Dale like in the 90s, early 2000s. But I haven't had the honor of doing this with Richie in a long time.
And here we're doing it in Sarasota.
Yeah, it's awesome. Richie's one of my mentors.
And we love having you here.
One of the first people that have actually learned to blow glass from open. Torch on the boil. Mine's lost the back.
Probably just one bottle is fine. You want to blow?
I can do this. Okay. Yeah, I'll be alright.
No popcorn fingernails.
Oh man, I haven't seen that one. I don't think I actually won.
That's it. That's perfect. And underneath, sorry. Underneath. There you go. There you go. Perfect. See there. His hands get really hot. Yeah. You got it. See there? Are you do that in the row, Richie, or just a flat?
Yeah, I'm going to try to do it in rows. I don't want to get it in my way.
Can someone get a couple more bottles of water?
I think there's some.
Yeah, this one is refrigerated.
Chuck some EK.
Did anybody else need bottles?
Oh, if we get to see two grandmasters working together.
What's that?
I'm very. I can't wait to upload this video.
Where would it be available?
My YouTube channel.
How do you find that?
Celine Driver.
So by pulling up on the bits now,
card or
it
something?
creates tension on the edges of the little bit that's on there, so I can actually see it dragging the color.
How did you figure that out, man?
Well, I looked at it for about 100 hours and said, this isn't working, but then I remembered that little button I was
Driver.
talking about that I
New
put
word
on
or
the
all
bottom
one
of my
word?
plants. The reason I put it down there is it leaves me a little clear padding that sits in the oven,
Yeah.
and I take them up to 1250 degrees. So whatever's on the shelf
So you just put that in
gets
YouTube?
picked up on
Yeah,
the
I know
button,
that. I know it.
and I can just cut it off.
Yeah.
Put that in YouTube?
Well, I'll add a couple of quick titles and everything. I'll
Yeah,
just
but I can put Celine Driver.
yeah. Just search for that.
Here. Let me torch it again.
SAL
Go on, Marty. Heat her up.
like the car.
Go on. That's what he used to say to me when I was 25. Go on. Heat her up, Marty.
Got pretty good at it. Oh, So back to that button fix, so when I get rid of it because it has kiln shelf all over it, I kind of pull it away from the piece, right? The light bulb comes on finally. I did the piece I showed you just recently, and I didn't do that. But I said, what if I pulled on each bit individually and kind of pulled that thing up, stressing that color out a little bit around each bit. So we'll see if it works. I don't know if it works, but I hope it does.
I hope so. There's a lot of hoping in glass work. It's like a wish sandwich.
Oh, there's an old reference.
Ah, you got it, that one.
Yeah. Blues Brothers.
Kind of drop in here if you can.
Okay.
Bring your body over to
And we, so my concern is that all these little snip marks I'm now making might show up because it kind of pulverizes the glass, it chills and pulverizes the glass, creates kind of a crunchy surface, and it can trap air. So it might be like little tiny bubbles, but there's so many bubbles in this glass today, I don't care.
It's also what makes it look good.
Yeah, well, you know, handmade in America.
Handmade by idiots in the great Northwest. Nice.
Yeah, good.
Why he did what he just did with the torch?
Tell us.
Somebody out there in the audience tell us why. Take a guess.
Come on. Man, you know why we're doing
You don't want the
naughty little dog. Oh, I thought you said torture.
torture.
Sorry, I thought you said torture. You know why we're torturing this? Just keep heat up by the oil. I want to actually kind of blow out next close to the pipe first. As I work it, because that's actually my bottom. So in traditional glass blowing, you kind of make pieces into two parts, right? Half and half. You finish kind of the bottom section, then you cut it, and then you finish the top section. Do something to mitigate the heat.
Ow!
Are they going to stay protruded at the end?
I doubt it, but they might.
And that's the hope?
No. It isn't. You would think that that might be something, and it might be. It might be that it does. But it's going to get blown out. There's a lot of glass, and it gets blown out like,
So you don't want them as big then? I mean, that's why you're cutting them off, I guess.
no, if you were listening earlier. I was explaining that these bubbles create this kind of eclipse because of the color. But if I didn't, my thinking is, and I don't know if this works, but my thinking is that if I pull it a little bit, it actually stresses that color on the outside perimeter of each piece.
So you almost create a halo at each point.
I'm hoping it creates kind of a halo, exactly.
See, I wasn't the only one who was confused.
Well, and it might have been my fault. I was talking to him, so I might have distracted him.
Okay. We've got pretty good heat in there. So
Ask my family. I'll talk to them.
I'll start tweaking those ones down the bottom. Maybe I can do it all
You want the same kind of heat?
Not him.
Same kind of heat?
She and I played before.
Be nice to the old man.
So anyway, so this gets just finished off the pipe. So I'm getting extra down here so I can actually work on what the bottom of the piece is.
You guys understand that the bits of clear completely change the color? So it's like a lens, and the overlay reacts with the gas in the furnace. And the clear prevents that from happening. So it makes a unique color pattern that Richie's exploring.
It's like candy, a candy clear coat on a base. Ish. Sort of.
Well, it's also like opaque versus transparency. The clear glass will be transparent, and the color underneath that clear will look different than the uncovered or the raw glass behind it. Does that make sense?
It makes sense to me.
Okay.
To a car guy, that makes sense.
It's just my skin.
It's just mere flesh wound. It's just my flesh.
Only a plus wound, man. Almost done. We are getting a little bit of that oil spotting that's happening also. So we have some of the colors, so there's going to be some red dots on the top, plus a pale kind of red. It will fade from that turquoise to the yellow to some red.
Thank you.
When you pull up and expose the interface, that line, it makes that line show up more.
I can see, yeah, I can see it as I'm pulling it. I can see this line kind of change, right?
You guys all see that? Look at this. So when he pulls up on it, it makes a circle or a halo around each one of them. Oh my gosh.
Making it lighter every day.
I'm just whining.
He's making it lighter for you. Come on. Can it fly into your shirt? Come on. Put that in your shirt.
I'm going down to Museum of Glass in January and using the card down there. First time in a long time.
I see it now and again. picture them, they kind of look like egg yolks, right? All of them. Now it kind of looks like a pineapple. But I like that. It kind of all ties into the whole geometry of nature and stuff like that. Because we're working it around. There's some geometry going on here. I just don't know what it is. It's a little bit chaotic. But some of my favorite things is like freezes in the fall when the leaves are covering the ground. And they freeze and the leaves react. The thicker the leaf, it holds more frost and stuff. I'll show you. I'm trying to figure out how to do this in glass, but it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, but I'm tempted to think that it's better left alone. You know, check this out. So if you can see that, there's a maple, Japanese maple, bright purple leaves.
When's the last time you blew in a dress shirt?
This is the kind of stuff.
People overdressed, didn't they?
A little bit, huh?
There's the air compressor.
Marty. Open.
Shaking heat, Rich?
Come on.
Shaking heat?
Mild, just no heat, no shaking. Pretty much heat the whole thing the whole time.
I think we're getting to a critical point.
I think so too.
Definitely getting bigger and more round.
See how those rings around it? That's what it pulled up. There we go. Somebody pops in, shut down. And you kind of look. Open. Now. All right, Marty. Stay on the track right here. Yeah.
You're good, I'll just stay. You're working.
Doors?
He calls for doors when he needs to go back to the hole.
Nice save, Rich.
Gravity is changing its shape. Now he's blowing some more.
Doors?
You realize if you continue one more second, those wigglers will collapse, touch back on themselves, and then that'll crack the knees. Pretty cool.
Open. Open.
just barely big enough, small enough to fit. Cannot touch the sides of that hole or it destroys the piece. I think we're getting close.
Yeah.
Oh, tight, 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 tight.
It's what we sometimes refer to as threading the needle.
Yeah, and if he screws it up, it's 2 hours of work down the drain.
Well, torch on the oil. Stop taking the torch for just a second before you do that. Pump.
Not to do a transfer?
No, I think it's going to be a cold putty. He pulls out a part of the tip, so he's using that to attack.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop thinking. Nice fish. Love it.
There we
Go
go.
wipe that little schmeg off the top of it, please. Brush on the oil gently.
Torch on the oil. Torch on the torch just on that.
I'm getting over there. Just go ahead.
Quick flash. And then hard on the oil when you cut it out. Yeah, no blow. Richie, no blow.
Rich, you good.
What?
You come get your flash.
Oh.
Older Brad suck in their stomachs, you know, make yourself smell.
Torch on the oil right now. Right on the end. Just shoot it up.
Yep. Noah's suiting up. The end is nigh.
Right to the fence. Marty, come back.
Oh my goodness.
Torch in the oil. Is it bunking enough?
Okay, this is it.
Come on. Go on.
This is it.
Over. Flip.
Yeah!
Oh, that was like a dream come true.
Hey, good job.
Good job.
Nice job, you guys. Yeah. Long time. Thank you. No problem.
Outstanding, Rich Royal!
He's like, I need to sit down after that.
Thanks for that. I didn't get too sweaty this time.
Good job.
Thank you.
So just to wrap up the video, real quick word.
No, not really. I kind of said everything I want to say out there.
I just want
Thank
to.
you, Ringling, for having me. It's been wonderful. You guys are awesome.
Is that going to go back to Seattle?
I haven't made any plans for the piece. I probably should, so I can finish it. And then we'll see what happens to it after that.
Well, on behalf of the Basch family, I thank you for coming.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure.